Hi there, welcome to AI Python. Hope you are doing great and enjoying this video series to build a desktop app which is called Vaccine Availability Checker from scratch using Python and tkinter library. This is the fourth video of this series, and in this video you will learn to create an entry widget that accepts user input such as pin code and date in this case. The entry widget provides a sort of interface through which user can feed some input, and based on this input, search parameter will provide a response, and you can always come back and change this value and make a new search. Apart from creating an entry widget, you will also learn to create a button and locate it at a convenient location in the app. This button will be later configured to perform search operation upon the click. If you are learning something new from this video or it is helping you to acquire a new skill, then I would urge you to please hit the like button, which will indicate that you are enjoying the content, and it will give me the signal to produce such content more often, right? Pause for a moment and like this video. Okay. You can also browse all the previous video of this playlist from the link displayed at the I button at the top right corner of this video, as well as I will also provide the link in the description of this video. Let me ask you a quick question. Have you ever used an app that accepts user input in any form? I'm sure you'd have definitely used one such app. I'm really curious to know about that app which you have used. If you like to share the name of that app, then please write them in the comment section. I would be happy to read through all your comments. Now let's get started and understand the coding and how we can add the entry widget as well as the button on this GUI. In our last two videos, we have learned to create a GUI, basically the layout of the GUI, and put some icon, title, and everything. At the same time, also create the frames and place the frames on the window, or you can say GUI, right? Here now we will learn how to create an entry box. Before creating the entry box, I would like to execute the code and I would like to show you current status of the GUI, which is like window with the frames only. Now we will be inserting text entry widget, which will be placed here. Two widgets, one for accepting pin code and other for date. All right, so let's start. We know that we have to write all the codes between this app equal to tk and app.main loop, right? So we'll create entry box and we will name entry box at something like in this case we'll be writing it like say pin code underscore text, which signifies that we are creating this entry box for the purpose of getting the text input in the form of pin code, right? We'll be using keyword entry, and this will allow to create a entry box on the GUI, and we can set various parameter to entry box. For example, what is the parent window of entry box? In this case it will be app, and then we will define the width of this box, and in this case it will be 11. I have already calculated and I have already tried, so you can try with the different size if you want, but 11 just works fine for me. And then I'll use a background color which I can copy it from the web. I have already copied, right? You can use any color. This will be the background color of this entry widget, right? And then the foreground color, which will be like the text color, which I would like to have black. And then the particular font, I can also use font, and in this case I'll be using Verdana, and the size would be 11. So this way you can enter any kind of font, all the fonts that are available on your operating system, right? You can also write bold or italic or anything, but I'll not be writing that one. I'm fine with Verdana and 11. And then there comes a concept of text variable. I'll tell you what is text variable. I would say text variable equal to pin code underscore text, which is the name of the entry widget, underscore var. This signifies that I'll be using this as a variable. This text variable will allow us to read and write the information into the text box. This is showing me a warning. So warning means this variable has been used, but it's not declared prior to the usage. So I can declare it here. There's a concept of string var. In order to handle strings in tkinter, you can use string var. So this string var is used to basically instantiate a variable and we have declared the string var, a variable that can be associated with the reading and writing functionality of this entry box, right? So most of the things are done right now, and we need to just place it somewhere. So pin code text dot place. So this is similar to all other widget. So we'll be placing at some location x equal to 220 and y equal to 40. So this I have already calculated, so no need to worry about that. In case if you want to play with the placement, you can play with that placement. And for the timing, let's execute this code and see what is the exact output that we are going to see. All right, so this is the text box that you have created, and you can write anything here, right? So this will accept a user input, so you can interact with this app. Okay, now one more thing is left. We have created a text variable which is pin code underscore text underscore var. So now in order to read and write this variable programmatically, we can use a text variable to set and reset this one. And to do that, you need to access this text variable as dictionary. So this tkinter also allow us to declare this as a dictionary, and we will assign this to text var, right? And what it will do, so now we will be playing with this one, right? Programmatically, in order to set or get this variable, we will be using this syntax, right? So maybe it might be confusing for you at this point of time, but trust me, this is going to be super easy when you go forward with other um, further further videos in this series, when you go forward with the further video in this series, right? All right, so now we have created the text box. Let's execute and run it. I think there's no difference from the previous run. It is just one text box which is created. Now I'll be using the same code to copy another or to create another text box, right? I'll copy it and paste it, but I will replace pin code with date because this time I'm using the date, right? I just need to change everywhere from with wherever there is a pin code, I will change it to date, right? So that a new variable is created and I can handle it properly with respect to date. Although I can do it in one go, but okay, all right. I just wanted to show it. Now we need to change the place, otherwise it will be overlap. So we'll be giving a different location for this entry widget. And this location, according to me, what I have calculated is 380 and in the same y-axis, right? Now let's execute and see how exactly it looks like. Okay, so we have two entry widget. One is for pin code and other is for date. However, I have not used the label which we will be using in the next video, right? Now we have created this two entry box and this is ready for us. In the further videos, we will see how we can programmatically use this one. So when we make some entry, let's say a valid pin code would be something like any, and date, I can directly write the date in different format, or I can use checkbox to directly pick the today's date. So that all we will do it later in this video series. Now we'll move ahead to create one. Now we'll go ahead and create one button. All right. So the button would basically will not have any functionality right now, but it will be just occupying a place with some icon so that I can use it further in the video to make searches. And we'll configure the button later, but we'll just create the button and give it a place. All right. So I'll be using a variable called search vaccine and then button, right? You can give it any name, right? I mean, you are more smart, right? And try to use your innovative name in this context. Button can be created using the keyword button. This will accept all certain parameter. For example, what is the root window, and which means where this button basically resides, and I'll give it as app. So app is the root window for this button, right? And then background color, I'll be using this from here. I'll copy this one. So this will be my button color, and then relief, which is like how it will appear, right? It will be raised from the background. So this is one of the relief option. I have talked about this relief option in the last video. In case you wanted to know all other option, you can go out and check that video. Okay, so this relief will be there, and then it also accepts some command. Basically, when you click on this button, there some operations should happen, right? And for that moment, I'll keep it empty so that nothing will happen when you click on this button. And finally, we are interested to provide an image to this button, and yes, image can also be provided on the button. And I'll give a name in the image. I can use search underscore image, right? So this variable doesn't exist right now, just hold on. But I'll be interested in creating this variable, and we can create this variable here and assign with photo image, right? And the photo image is one of the property where you can use this to hold images in the binary format, and then later you can use it to place it anywhere on the widget or on the GUI, right? So I'll be using a location which is already in my PC. So I'll copy that path, all right, and images icon and search button, search icon.png. So this is created. So button is created now, and I'll just place this button. All right, so using place and x equal to, x equal to 600 and y equal to 25. This is all calculated. No big brain here. All right, so let's save and execute this code. And you can see a nice gentle button here which doesn't do anything. I mean, this is simply ridiculous without doing anything. Okay, we will give a functionality to this button in the later part of this video series. And the main intention for this video was to make you aware that how we can create an entry widget and how we can create a button, right? These are just the widgets which is holding a place, and now in the later part of the video we'll be using this widget in the program so that whatever we make entry to it can be accepted, and when we click on the button it performs certain task. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you have learned something new in this video. Please help us by sharing this video in your network, and in case if you have any doubt at any point of time, then do write them in the comment section. We will be more than happy to help you. See you next time with another exciting and informative content. Till then, keep learning and keep growing.